I imagine most of you all have played Skyrim, and one of my favorite builds of all time in Skyrim is to do an assassin who mixes illusion magic with their assassination capabilities. I wanted to take that flavor and bring it into D&D. This is what we came up with. At the end of the day, you're going to be able to infiltrate in so many different ways. You're going to be able to control your environment and control the engagement. And if the plan goes awry, you're going to have options for getting out. So how do we pull this off? I'm pretty open about which race you can take. Just make sure it has dark vision. We're going to go 3 levels into Assassin Rogue, then we're going to go 3 levels into Genie Warlock, and then we're going to go the rest of our levels into Assassin Rogue. We're going to be wanting to focus our skills on stealth, perception, and then a bunch of phase skills along with thieves tools. And at this point, we're really just playing like however kind of rogue we want to play. We could be using a hand crossbow, we could be using daggers and disengage. Just do you. But then we're going to go into Genie Warlock 3, and Genie Warlock is going to give us a whole bunch of things, just a myriad of things. Break it down one by one. As far as our pact goes, I'm taking Pact of the Tome. There's a couple of different reasons why. The first is that I really want the Control Flames cantrip. Control Flames on a roguelike is awesome because you can turn off lights silently from 60 feet away, which is outranges most lights. So you can go into buildings and just lights off, and sneak through in complete darkness, which is why we really need dark vision with this build. But furthermore, it's going to help us in our invocation slot. We're going to want to take the Book of Ancient Secrets because it's going to do so much for us. First, it's going to give us a familiar, which has amazing just scouting potential, but it's also going to give us detect magic, and detect magic is going to be useful when we're infiltrating to turn it on if we can catch a moment to be able to read the situation appropriately. Those are just the ones you can take from just taking Book of Ancient Secrets, but you can collect them. What if you need to listen in on a conversation, comprehend languages? You can use augury to ask critical questions in critical moments, and the list just goes on and on. I think the ritual casting is a very, very underlooked element of your infiltration. For example, if you can sneak and hide near the building, you can cast silence from 120 feet away in your location that you're going to be entering from. So opening the door or breaking a window will be completely silent. There's just a lot of cool things you can do with ritual casting here. Our next invocation is Mask of Many Faces. Mask of Many Faces is amazing for a charisma-based infiltrator. Why would you want to sneak around when you can just convince people that you're supposed to be there in the first place? Imagine that you're being chased down by guards. They've noticed your infiltration, and you just turn a corner, and you can just make yourself look like a guard, and you can just be running after the person that they're chasing. There's a whole bunch of different things you can do with this. And what it does, it takes your expertise in stealth and your expertise in lockpicking, and then you mix it with the ability to look like anyone and to versatilely change your image mid-heist, and you're going to come out with the synergies that you can just do amazing things in conjunction with one another. Also, Warlock is going to give us a bunch of spells. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is to focus on my escape routes. Fog Cloud, from being a Merid, we're going to be the Merid Genie, is going to be like a smoke bomb for us, which has a huge freaking range. That thing is going to be absolutely blinding and debilitating for a massive amount of people. And while the smoke is up and there's confusion, Mask of Many Faces, change yourself to look like the guards. You can really use these two in conjunction to just absolutely defend yourself. Or you can do something like Fog Cloud and then go into your Genie Talisman. So now there's just a ring. Other spells that stand out to me are Charm Person, Invisibility, Misty Step, Shadow Blade, and I actually really like Phantasmal Force as an illusionist, just something fun we can do. This is where our playstyle is really solidified. We are all about controlling our engagement. We don't want to get into fights unless we're starting them, and when we start them, as an Assassin Rogue, we can end them nearly instantly. Now, I know there's a bunch of weird mechanical things with the Assassin Rogue, but in my experience, if you sneak up behind a goblin and it thinks you're a goblin and you stab it in the back, they're gonna give you the crit. Not every DM will, maybe, but I definitely would, and most DMs I've played with definitely would. As far as the remainder of our levels, I'm just going straight Rogue. The main consideration here is I just want bigger sneak attacks, but we also get expertise and we can put them in our face skills now. We can do performance and deception. So it's very hard to detect us doing anything wrong. Now, at the end of the day, we're going to have some weaknesses. The standout weakness is our wisdom saves. No surprise to anyone, we can take the resilient wisdom feat later to help round out this weakness, but it will be a problem for us. But low wisdom actually plays into our second weakness as well, which is we have a low perception. I made sure to take proficiency into perception to kind of round out this weakness, but without expertise, it's going to be a hole in our armor. What I would do is just pay attention to what skill check the DM calls for when I'm disguised. I'm going to make sure I have expertise in that, and then I probably would drop the other one, either deception or performance, and put it into perception to round out this weakness. Now, this was just my take on the Shadow Knife, the Illusion Assassin. What would you guys do with your Illusion Assassin? Let me know in the comments down below. If you want to show your support for the channel while getting some awesome benefits, check out our Patreon. But other than that, my friends, I hope you have yourselves an incredible day, and I'll catch you on the next one. See you later, bye.